So initially, I found adapting to the current situation very difficult. I didn't really find my feet. I was having to motivate myself. I was used to being in a class surrounded by your friends who are like your second family, and everyone motivates each other, pushes each other, who can do more pirouettes. And that's an atmosphere you cannot recreate at home, and let alone through Zoom. The screen acts as such a barrier. But it's given me time to step back and actually become more independent as a dancer, and I found I can really take charge of my own training and really make the most and be as efficient as I can with every day to keep improving. Because when we go back, as you know, I'll be going into my third year, and that's everything gets turned up a gear, and it becomes very intense with auditions and dissertations. So I feel I have the time to prepare myself, and I want to make the most of it. Viviana Durante, the artistic director at English National Ballet School, had a wonderful idea that because everyone has been thrown into the same boat, having to work online through Zoom and training is difficult, and people are feeling less motivated, and it is difficult, there are ups and downs, but she wanted to unite everyone and share a message of hope and solidarity through dance and movement. But at this time, because we can't dance, it's more through spoken word as well, and just communicating with each other. And what World Ballet School Day is a way of connecting the next generation of young professional dance artists from around the world, and showcasing the immense talent that there is out there. But specifically for this year, it's a way of uniting everyone and really accomplishing Mr. Rante's initial idea. It feels absolutely incredible to be a part of World Ballet School Day and to be one of 6 students on the core committee that really helped to drive the project, along with the incredible passion of Viviana Durante. And there was a student representative from the Boston Ballet School, Canada's National Ballet School, English National Ballet School, the New Zealand School of Dance, Palooka Dance University, and the Prix de Lausanne. And what really strikes me is that this people on the student committee, we've never met in real life. We've only been conversing through Zoom, and yet there was an instant connection between all of us just over the love of dance and the art form, and that really resonated with me. And it's another takeaway from the overall incredible experience. In terms of organization, most of the student committee's Zoom meetings were set up by a woman called Sapna, and she was really the voice between the committee of directors and the student committee. And the challenging part was the start. Once we had really figured out where we wanted to head with the project, everything fell into place. We knew sort of how many schools we wanted to reach out to, the structure of it, and from there on up, it was inspiring how everything came together. In terms of what you'll see on World Ballet School Day, I would just like to read you the mission statement that we came up with very early on, and I think it really captures the essence of the content you'll see. It says, it also highlights the resilience, strength, dedication, talent, intellect, and passion of students training at professional ballet dance schools, showcasing how their journeys as professional artists begin and why now, more than ever, ballet, dance, and art matter so much. You'll see students being given a voice, and we'll talk about common misconceptions in ballet, what it takes to be a ballet dancer, why we're doing all this during this time, and whether you know a bit about ballet, whether you've never seen a ballet before, there's something everyone will be able to take away from it. So, when it comes to men in ballet, I feel there are many stereotypes that put limitations on the image of a male ballet dancer, and none of them are true. Last year, we saw with Good Morning America, Lara Spencer sort of calling out male ballet dancers and really not understanding what it takes to be a male ballet dancer. And as a result, we saw so many male ballet dancers banding together, uniting in support of this art form that we all know and love. And I think Lara Spencer was taken aback, and now, as a result of her mistake, has a greater appreciation of the art form. And I definitely think men in ballet is a topic that we do broach in World Ballet School Day. And if you really want to have a good understanding of what it is and the misconceptions surrounding it, please tune in, especially to Canada's National Ballet School section, where student committee member Maya really hits the nail on the head when talking about it, about what it is, what it was, where it needs to go, and she does it in such an eloquent way that it really makes sense, and there's definitely something for everyone to take away from it. If I had any advice to give to a younger male dancer, I would say stay true to yourself. Don't let other people's judgment and misconceptions cloud your vision of what you want. If it is your dream, you chase it no matter what. Regardless if that's ballet, just anything in life. As long as you stay true to yourself and follow your gut instinct, you can't go wrong. So I think I was around 2 when I really started to develop an interest in ballet, and it was mainly because my sister actually danced, and I would always kind of go along with her to her classes, and I always wanted to try it. And yeah, it was just around, I think, 3 I started taking classes, and I've just loved it ever since. As a young kid at home, I was oblivious to classical ballets, romantic ballets, modern choreographies. I was I would just hear music and start moving, and that's what I really loved. It wasn't until I was about 9 and I saw Birmingham Royal Ballet perform Coppelia, and I saw the principal dancer in the role of Franz, and I thought, wow, I want to be that guy when I'm older. And that's really what inspired me to start really focusing on ballet. I thought that this is what I want to do with my life. So I don't really have anything unusual in my dance bag, but I'm very minimalistic. You see people with about 50 different kind of massage balls. I leave all that stuff at home. In my dance bag, all I take, you have a roller, a TheraBand, one massage ball, usually a tennis ball, ballet shoes, spare pair of socks, and a water bottle. That's all I take in my dance bag. My top 3 audition tips would be: firstly, in an audition, you're there to show yourself off. So shine and don't let other people get in your head. The moment you let someone into your head, they've won. Because you start questioning what you're doing, and the panel can see that. Secondly, I'd say understand that they're looking for potential and not a finished product. If you were a perfect dancer, you'd already be a principal dancer with a company. And that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for someone to shape. And lastly, I would say in the audition, remember to breathe. If I've learned anything, it's that. Breathing calms you down, you can focus, you can feel your body more and your connection to the floor. And that really helps you to be in control. So if I had any advice to give to younger dancers who are thinking about pre-professional training, I would say make sure it is 100% what you want to do, because you'll have to dedicate 100% of your efforts to it. If it's your dream, then chase it and don't let anything get in your way, because it is the most fulfilling experience. But if you have reservations, just question yourself and find out if it's truly what you want to do. And if you've just started pre-professional training, my number one pearl of wisdom to give you is make sure that you stay organized, because if you're organized, you can focus your efforts where you want to, whereas if you're unorganized, things are hectic, you're doing homework the night before it's due, your mind and body won't be calm, so you won't be able to focus and make the most out of everything. So just stay organized and everything will run smoothly. So I would say I have two main dance idols. The first is Mikhail Baryshnikov, because of the presence he created on stage and just his ability to make the whole audience focus on him. That presence was inspiring to me. And my other idol would have to be Vadim Muntagirov, because for me he is the pinnacle of classical technique. His artistry, his musicality, and obviously his technique and facility are just incredible to watch, and I'm fortunate enough to have seen him perform live, and it was the best performance I've ever seen. My favorite part of ballet class is 100% Grand Allegro, because especially at EMBS, we're really fortunate to have live pianists for our classes, and they put such passion and energy into that music, and you feel that when you're dancing and flying through the air. And I feel like that's what the whole of class builds up to, and when you make it there, you feel, for me, I feel really fulfilled after having done a Grand Allegro. So my favorite dance movie would have to be White Nights, and specifically the scene where Mikhail Baryshnikov does 11 pirouettes. That was just so exciting for me, and it still is, because it is incredible. But there is another film that I've been meaning to watch, and it's The White Crow, describing the life and career of Rudolf Nureyev, and that I've been meaning to watch it because he was such a pioneer of the male technique and male dancing in general, that I feel that has potential to become my favorite dance movie. My dream dance role would be, I'd have to say Franz in Coppelia, just because I would feel like I'd come full circle then. Performing the role that when I was 9, having seen Birmingham Royal Ballet's version, and Franz inspiring me to really focus on ballet, and then to be performing that would feel fulfilling. However, Franz is one among many dance roles that I would love to perform. Adagio Allegro, Allegro. Marking with feet or hands, I'd say you should always do your arms, head and eyes full out, and never mark those. Tights or shorts, depends on the weather. And leg warmers or track pants, leg warmers, because some track pants can be quite restricting and I just don't like dancing in them.